3, 2, 1, unpause. Lol trolled. Okay, anyway. Yeah, okay. So anyway, hello everyone, this is Phreak with an audio commentary for WCReplays.com, copyrighted, etc. and shit. Oops, I swore. Oh damn. Anyway, so, being, a big site and all, WCR has attracted sponsorship, and really, I guess this is the first one that's going to be put out, as I've been told, with this. But we're now running commercials in our audio commentaries, which I figured, makes sense, like you're on the radio, instead of having a radio text, which in some places like Germany, at least there was, existed, there are commercials. So, stay tuned for a message from our sponsors.
Someone once asked me what made Phreak so awesome, and as I stood over his now lifeless body, I began to think of that same question. Phreak is awesome in the same way that Jesus was awesome. In fact, I often theorize that the two are actually one and the same. Phreak didn't turn water into wine, but he did turn Rotterdam into his bitch. Phreak didn't turn a rock into a loaf of bread, but he did turn the Warcraft community into his bitch. He didn't fuck Mary Magdalene in the ass, but he did fuck every other chick on this planet, except for the fat ugly ones. In fact, Phreak is so amazing at everything he does that they are discussing renaming the Olympics to "You're not as good as David, but you might come in a distant second." Many people often ask me to tell them stories about the epicness that is Phreak. I tell the story about the time he killed 2 million Persians just by sneezing. One of my favorites is the day that someone told him Santa Claus wasn't real, so he flew to the North Pole and brought back an elf named Mark Patterson, thus proving that elves and Santa are in fact real. Side note: David would have brought back Santa himself, but he felt that may ruin the spirit of Christmas, and no one ruins the fucking spirit of Christmas on his watch. David is many things. He is a philosopher of the highest order. He was knighted by the Queen of England, and then he fucked her just because he could. The Nobel Prizes are awarded to the second-place person, otherwise David would win them every year. He once cooked a burrito so hot that not even God, probably his father, could eat it. He then cooked another one so hot that not even the most Mexican of Mexicans could eat it. There are many myths and legends surrounding the man they call Phreak. It is said that the continent of Africa was created when David took a massive shit. I even heard that everyone who doesn't sound American or has an accent is this way because David punched him in the mouth. You see, the question is not what makes David so awesome. It's what doesn't make him awesome. Of course, the simple answer to that is nothing. He's good at everything that has been created, and he probably created most of it. He's amazingly good looking, he's smart, he's funny, he can break dance, he can cage fight, he can make a chick orgasm by snapping his fingers. There's nothing he can't do, or hasn't done. David is the perfect man.
And we're back. Okay, so, hope you all enjoyed that. I sure did. Right, so, the audio is Night Elf versus Orc, except it's actually Orc versus Night Elf. Yeah, anyway, we are at Fly versus Remind. Basically, this is all about how awesome I am, because my name's Fly, after all, in Chinese. Alright, whatever, just, get to the 1 minute mark, we will unpause, from the 1 minute mark at the 1x speed. Basically, my goal for this audio is to explain which parts are adaptation to what he sees and which parts are just things that you would ubiquitously copy as Orc vs. Night Elf as on Twisted Meadows. I may or may not illustrate what the other choices would be if he saw something else. We'll see. And there's going to be a certain aspect of this that's going to be out of my grasp because Fly is a lot better at Orc than I am. So, keep that in mind. I may get something slightly wrong. One thing that's not wrong is that I own. That's true, I own. Just, putting that out there, getting it out of the way. And also Fly owns, not quite as much as me. Saying that I play Elf, it's hard not to. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to illustrate, what he's countering with and what's just, sort of base Orc versus Night Elf on Meadows. And I make the distinction saying on Meadows because there's a lot of differences, and there's also style choices that you'll see. Anyway, let's go ahead and unpause. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute mark, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110. 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 156, 157, 158, 159, and 2 minutes. Okay, so the Blade Master's about to come out. There's a wisp in his base. He knows that he's cross-map. By seeing that wisp, he knows what was up. He sent that peon to check for an AOW creep, and his Blade Master hits the wisp a little bit, says fuck it, not worried that much. And you're going to see something interesting that Fly does. He's going to, abuse the fact that he has a Blade Master, which is always fun. And you'll see that in a second. There's the Windwalk. Demon Hunter comes to harass, says, hey look, a peon. Then we go harass his peon, and he runs to the green camp, because who wouldn't? Fly wouldn't, lol. And he goes for the tome, and he's going to try to get it. And notice that the one ogre is blocked off, thus he takes, 8 less damage every time that swipe goes off. One more hit, and Windwalk. And +2 agility, not a bad tome. So now his Blade Master's imbalanced. Wisp is going to block, and the peon falls. But, Blade Master has more EXP, so obvious imbalance right there. Now, you will notice, I'm going to point some things out real quick. Now, the altar and barracks placement, I'm not sure what that's about. That's not something I normally do. I really can't tell you what the purpose behind that is. But you will notice the orc burrows. The one is right next to the gold peons. Thus, if the gold peons are hit, you can get in the burrow easily. The second one is over towards the lumber, and you'll notice that all the peons are chopping lumber, one, in the same spot, which is an important choice because it will chop down those trees and give you room for your bestiary, your spirit lodge, stuff like that. Chop all the trees down on one side to make room for buildings. Don't worry about the voodoo lounge. Again, that makes room for buildings in this little area where the peons are. He's going to also get the boots because he hacks, even though China Net apparently sucks. He got the boots, okay, whatever. But the voodoo lounge will finally be done. Luckily for him, Remite did not cancel that a bunch. Now, if I were Remite, I would have done that. You creep check, but you check his base for the voodoo lounge. I mean, he's got a Blade Master of half HP. Of course he's going to build one, Like, whatever. Now, that burrow, I think, is kind of in a foolhardy position, because now he can't build a bestiary